Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Greetings of the leadership of Kuwait to His Majesty the Sultan are conveyed by His Excellency, the First Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Kuwait, when he was received by His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed. Omani-Kuwaiti Joint Committee signs Memoranda of Understanding on Economic Investment, Employment, Training and Exchange of Laws and Legislations. In an open session with representatives of social media means, the Shura Council views its function towards draft laws, monitoring and legislative performance. And members of the Municipal Council of the Governorate of North Sharqiya discuss council achievements and services besides progress of governmental projects in the Wilaya of Ibra. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, today received His Excellency Sheikh Sabah Khalid Al Hamad Al Sabah, First Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Kuwait and head of the Kuwaiti side at the meeting of the Joint Omani-Kuwaiti Committee. He conveyed greetings of His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jabir Al Sabah, Emir of the State of Kuwait, to His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, and the best wishes of good health and long life, and for Omani people of further growth and prosperity. His Highness welcomed the guest and his delegation and expressed Sultan's satisfaction under the leadership of His Majesty towards progress of distinctive relations between the two countries, besides its hopes for Kuwait leadership and people of more progress and prosperity. His Highness praised the importance of what had been reached by the Joint Committee between the two sides of positive results embodying depth of joint cooperation. Talks covered means of strengthening aspects of economic, scientific and cultural cooperation and viewed a number of current issues witnessed by the region. On his part, His Excellency Sheikh Sabah Khalid Al Hamad Al Sabah expressed depth of brotherly and historical relations between the Sultanate and the State of Kuwait, as well as constructive cooperation binding them. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Hamid bin Saeed Al Ibrahim, Sultan's accredited ambassador to Kuwait, and as well His Excellency Fahad Hajar Al Mutairi, ambassador of the State of Kuwait, accredited to the Sultanate. The Omani-Kuwaiti Joint Committee discussed in its meeting in Muscat aspects of cooperation in economic fields and investment opportunities available in the Sultanate. The two sides signed Memoranda of Understanding on economic investment fields, employment and training, consultations and exchange of laws and legislations. The Omani side was presided over by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, and the Kuwaiti side was led by His Excellency Sheikh Sabah Khalid Al Sabah, First Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister. Challenges facing national manpower in the private sector and ways to support small and medium-sized enterprises were topics discussed by the Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry, OCCI, with private sector establishments officials. The meeting also dealt with OCCI's initiatives in the respect. The Chamber also seeks to reduce the gap between the public and private sector in issues such as pension benefits, rights and duties system through holding continuous meetings between the two sides. The 12th sector committees concerned with Omanization in the Ministry of Manpower witnessed renovation in their departments to strengthen the role of organizing labor market. That was announced to the Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television by Director General of Planning and Development of the Ministry of Manpower, Salim bin Nasir Al-Hadrami. He said that the ministerial decision was issued to restructure or to change some heads of sector committees, and the ministry hopes that these committees will be active and to help the ministry to organize the labor market. One of the main roles of the sector committees is to review some percentages to the best in line with provisions available in the labor market. He added that as an ample the electricity and water sector was able to modify Omanization percentage and to recruit more qualified Omanis. On his part, the head of Omanization Committee of Electricity and Water, Engineer Ahmed bin Hamid As-Subhi, clarified that the sector was able to raise Omanization percentage in higher and medium posts and to plan continue efforts with the awaited operation of new electricity and water sections. He added that the delivery of distribution sectors will be expanded as qualified Omanis cadres are available to manage big companies. Omanization percentages were implemented in stages and gradual increase. Monitoring and legislative means, as well as draft laws viewed by the Shura Council, were at the focus of Oman session of the Council and the representatives of social media means. Further details in the following report by Saif bin Khalfan Al-Kindi.
The Talk of Shura was the title of the session held at Majlis Oman and presided over by His Excellency Khadim Hilal Al-Mawali, Chairman of Shura Council, and attended by social media participants and many users of social media. Women conveyed their gratitude to give them this opportunity of talk with the Shura members, trying to share their own points of view with men and focusing on what have been achieved in the Majlis.
It's a very good chance for us to sit with principals and to discuss and talk frankly about the issues that all of the Omani people concerns, and actually they did a very good job to explain, to clarify and to answer many of their questions.
During the session, a presentation was conducted by His Excellency Al-Mawali, focusing on the progress mainly achieved at the Majlis during the current 7th period. His Excellency Al-Mawali explained the tools used to proceed legislatives and auditing needs and how social and economy laws are reformed to meet the society needs. Dr. Hashir Al-Ghafri, one of the participants, stated the importance of arranging such session to bridge the gap between the society and the Majlis. Al-Ghafri pointed out.
I think it is a good chance for us to meet the council today. This is Shura Council. We discussed for more things and many things about that. But I think it is good. We received many results about that.
The session also revealed that new laws are still in reform. One of them is the law of Social Security Allowance. The other is the law of small and medium establishments. Well, the session of discussion between the chairman of Shura Council and many active social media participants revealed with some suggestions. Mainly, there was a real call for enhancing parliamentary tools and make it more effective. Saif Al-Kindi for English News, Muscat.
Still to come in our news bulletin. Mazoon College celebrates the graduation of its new batch of students in various specializations and academic degrees. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Discussing regional and international issues besides ways of strengthening cooperation in various fields that serve joint interests of the Sultanate and Belgium were the focus of talk sessions between His Excellency Dr. Mohammed ibn Awad Al Hassan the head of department of the Office of the Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, and His Excellency Dirk Acton, Secretary General of the Foreign Ministry of Belgium. During the session, they also reviewed existing relations between the two countries. The four-day First International Real Estate Exhibition started at Oman International Exhibition Center with the participation of more than 80 local and international companies specialized in real estate field. The opening ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Abdullah bin Salim Al Makhaini, Secretary of Real Estate Register at the Ministry of Housing, who said that the exhibition contains many opportunities for visitors and persons interested in real estate sector, and the prices of real estates are affordable, adding that the real estate sector is an important sector for the economy, particularly in the light of the decrease in oil prices. The exhibition showcased many projects from modern and successful companies, which give the investors, businessmen and visitors who look for partnership, contract, local and international real estate investment opportunities, and to directly communicate with companies and learn about them. The exhibition included a group of modern houses, luxurious villas and commercial real estate, and gives the visitors the opportunity to learn about real estate markets in the participating countries. It also included pavilions for many countries like Egypt, UAE, India and other countries along the pavilion of the Sultanate. To acquaint the citizens in the Wilaya of Ibra with the role of the Municipal Council and its goals and its achievements during the last 2 years were the most important aims of the meeting of the members of Municipal Council in the Governorate of North Sharqiya with citizens and government bodies officials. It also came to involve all segments of the society in drawing future plans for the Council's work. The Council listened during its visit to citizens' views on development projects in the Wilaya. The visit also covered project sites of Bidbit, Sur Road and Water Supply Network project. A graduation ceremony was held by Mazoon College for its new batch of students in various specializations and academic degrees. The event was presided over by His Excellency Saeed bin Saleh Al Qiyumi, Chairman of Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Around 273 male and female graduates completed their study and will join the labor market to contribute in the comprehensive development being witnessed by the country. The Combined Joint Task Force said today that the U.S.-led coalition staged 15 airstrikes on Daesh forces in Iraq and Syria. 5 of the strikes were around the Syrian town of Ain al-Arab Kobani, where the coalition and Kurdish forces have been pushing back Daesh group and destroyed 8 fighting positions and 2 checkpoints, as well as heating tactical units heat. The task force said that the statement of the 2 strikes also was staged near Al-Hasaka, Syria. 8 airstrikes near 6 Iraqi towns, heat fighting positions, tactical units, a weapon storage facility, vehicles and buildings. Libya and Egypt asked United Nations Security Council to lift an arms embargo on Libya, impose a naval blockade on areas not under government control, and help build the country's army to tackle Daesh group and other militants. Libya has descended into factional fighting, leaving the country almost flawless nearly 4 years after the fall of Muammar Gaddafi. 2 competing governments backed by the militia brigades are scrambling for control of the oil-producing country, and the chaos has created havens for Daesh militants. UN Special Envoy to Libya, Bernardo Leon, said that Daesh group and other militants can only be defeated with a united Libyan government in place that has strong international support. The United Nations is mediating between the rival factions to get them to forge a unity government and end hostilities. Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko has called on his National Security Council to consider asking for United Nations peacekeeping mission. His comments came after government soldiers pulled out a fiercely contested railway hub and strategic city of Double Steve, ending a siege so intense the retreating troops said they couldn't get water nor food amid relentless shelling by Russian-backed separatists. Poroshenko previously had opposed peacekeepers, apparently fearing they would include troops from Russia or its client states. The new proposal suggests a mission be made up for a police from European Union countries. Russia, as permanent member of the UN Security Council, has the power to veto any peacekeeping mission. The latest weather condition indicates that moderate to active southeasterly winds will blow in most governorates of the Sultanate during the upcoming 2 days, with chances of dust raising and poor horizontal visibility in desert and open areas. That will be in addition to high waves along Sultanate's coasts, as well as relative high temperatures, and skies will be gradually changing to partly cloudy on Saturday and Sunday. In the governorate of Musandam, Hajar Mountains and coastal governorates are overlooking the Sea of Oman, with chances of scattered rainfall, occasionally thunderous. Numerical prediction charts indicate that the direction will change to northwesterly moderate to active on most governorates of the Sultanate on Sunday and Monday, with relative temperatures decrease and an increase of waves along the coast of Governorate of Musandam and the Sea of Oman. Public Authority for Civil Aviation calls on the fishermen and seagoers not to venture to the sea during this period unless they make sure of the weather condition. It also calls to be cautious during dust raising and poor visibility, especially on desert roads. Now for the general weather forecast. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail the Sultanate, with chances of clouds and fog over the governorates of South Sharqiya, Worcester and northern part of Dhofar. Winds will be northeasterly light to moderate along the coast of Sea of Oman, while it will be south to southwesterly light to moderate along the rest of the Sultanate. Seas will be slight to moderate along the southeastern coast with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters, and along the rest of the coast it will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1 meter. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Greetings of the leadership of Kuwait to His Majesty the Sultan are conveyed by His Excellency, the First Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Kuwait, when he was received by His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed. Omani-Kuwaiti Joint Committee signs Memoranda of Understanding on Economic Investment, Employment, Training and Exchange of Laws and Legislations. In an open session with representatives of social media means, the Shura Council views its function towards draft laws, monitoring and legislative performance. And members of the Municipal Council of the Governorate of North Sharqiya discuss council achievements and services beside progress of governmental projects in the Wilaya of Ibra. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studio and the newsroom, it's good night.